Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the video, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I did finish the week with 23 wins and 6 losses for a win rate of 79.31%. That's below my weekly goal of 80%. And I just made a couple mistakes this past week. So one of them was, a couple of them were on Friday. I kept trying to anticipate an end of the day pop, and it just didn't happen. So that was probably the two biggest mistakes that I made that I know of right off the top of my head. But when I get through the recap, I'm probably going to see other mistakes I made. I think I made a couple other ones earlier on Tuesday too. So, but it is what it is. You're going to make mistakes. No one's perfect 100% of the time. If you're going to go into any room or even my room or anywhere, you're never going to find someone that's 100% accurate every time. So you got to be realistic. I mean, most rooms can't even get their plays 50% right. So, and to me, 79.31% is considered bad in my eyes based on the way I had my statistics. So, yeah. With that said, we'll get into let's see, Monday. Where is Monday? Going on my Twitter feed so I can see the timestamps. That's why I post them every day, so that way people can see the timestamps on the calls. Where is Monday? What was Monday? The 7th? Okay. Okay, Monday in the trade ideas room. For people that are new, trade ideas, every morning I put out 2 or 3 plays that I like right at pre-market. But this past week, I've been sitting out the first 30 minutes because their fake outs have been really, really bad. They'll fake out the first candle, they'll fake out the second candle, so usually you can get away with sitting out the first candle and playing the second. But the last few weeks, the fake outs have been the first and second candle, so you have to literally wait the first 30 minutes for them to fake outs to get out of the way. So that's what I've been doing, and this past week. But even though I've been doing that, I'm still been putting plays out to watch it open in case somebody else wants to take it and I choose not to. So that's that's your own discretion. So with that said, also, this is not financial advice whatsoever. It never is. It's my plays and what I'm doing. And if you decide to take it, that's at your own discretion, and you need to manage your own risk. You cannot rely on me and me stopping out. You need to manage your own risk. I have a different risk tolerance than a lot of other people. I can hold things and let things go bad if I want to, because I can make it up with size the next one. So, but usually when things start going against me, they end up usually turning around and going the way I expected. Sometimes it's just delayed, but yeah, like I said in the earlier the video, no one's 100% right, never will be. So you just have to manage your own risk based on your account size and your risk tolerance and stuff like that. Never blindly hold or follow me unless you have a reason. In fact, if you can't figure out why I took it, then you shouldn't be playing it, plain and simple. So that's what you should be asking yourself when I do post a play. Why did I take it? What is the reason behind this? If you can figure it out, then maybe that's when you probably should have taken it. But I just never follow blindly. That's me or anyone for that matter. But with that said, SPY puts on the 7th. Make sure that the 7th, the trade ideas room, what did I say on the 7th? Disney calls over 141, Facebook calls over 201, and SPY calls over 433. And this is the 7th right here. Now, what I was expecting was 433. As you can see right here, it's Friday's higher day. And then we had, this gap down, then it popped back up. But, I was actually kind of thinking, if it did get over 433, it might have a chance to pop. Because if you look on the hourly, which day is it, the 7th right here, that it might come back up to the 440. But it just didn't. It started to fade right away. And then I ended up grabbing the 429 puts at 942, which is, I waited out the first 10 minutes because 940 was right here. 942 is right after the 10-minute candles formed underneath the 200 moving average. I grabbed the 429 puts at 230, and they went from 230 to 324. Now I did grab them again at let's see, 1009. Yeah, 1009. So I got this move right here. So this is where it went from 230 to 324. Then it popped back up a little bit. I grabbed it again right here at 1009, and I paid $257 for the 429 puts that time, and they went from 4. Well, see, the thing was, when it popped back up, I decided to grab it because I think this was a news event that happened. I can't remember what it was. It's the only bad thing about doing recaps on a weekly basis. I don't have time to do them daily, but on the weekly, I have trouble remembering what the news event was. I can't remember what it was right here, but yeah, it was reacting to a news event, and it popped back up, and I grabbed it again, and then the 257s went to 4. Let's see, 461 in that dump right here. Then it came back up and got him at 11. I got the 426 puts at 1148, which is right here. Now you have this little drop here. It came back up, retested the RCT trend line. It came close to the 20 EMA. Now remember what I always say is whenever price gets too far away from the moving averages, especially the 20, it will come back up and retest it, or it will chop and bring the moving averages down. But it did pop a little bit right there, and I did grab it right here. I grabbed the 426 puts this time at $1.99 on this little drop. Now you can also remember that SPY, the volatility with SPY, I mean, it can have a 10 to 15 point move. Usually 10 points a day was like the most extreme range, but because of lately the Russia invasion and stuff like that, is the 15 point move has been in the cards. So you can't really just think, okay, it's over 10 points, it has to 10 points, it has to bounce. But no, that's not the case. We've been having 10 to 15 point moves almost quite a few times on a day. So, but yeah, when it popped back up, it came back down to lower day really quickly. I did grab the 426 puts at $1.99 when they went from $1.99 to 4.44, and that drop right there. Then it decided to chop. I did grab 4,200 SPX puts at 111, which is right. Where is 111? Right here. For some reason I grabbed it right here. Started to come back up. Maybe I thought it was coming back down, but I mean, I did grab it right underneath here. I can see why I grabbed it right here. And the 4,200 puts I had at 460 went to let's see, 460 to 690, that little drop right there. Then I ended up grabbing calls, SPX calls at 301, which is right in this candle right here. 301 right here. I grabbed it right here for some reason. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have grabbed it right there. And that's the thing that I've been doing. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I've been doing this past couple weeks is that I've been getting the end of the day plays either too early or wrong, and usually they end up making their move on the last 10 minutes or the last 20 minutes. So sometimes SPY looks like it's gonna make a big move around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and what ends up happening is it doesn't move at all, or it chops, and it just ends up looking like a potential mover but doesn't do anything. And I got lured in quite a few times because of those looks and stuff like that. But sometimes those moves do happen and they end up being pretty significant. But lately, the last couple weeks, they just haven't been. So don't know why I did that. So it looks like that I had at least three of my losses, three of my, what did I say, six losses, ended up being playing calls when I shouldn't have. So yeah, because Friday I took two of them. Yeah, Friday I took two, and I took one on Monday, doing the calls at the end of the day. Now, the reason behind me doing that was because of the range. I really thought that we were going to have the the range on it, because we were down here at 301. It's at 421, and we went from 432, so we're down 11 points. So I was thinking we were going to get an end of the day squeeze, like right here. You can see right here on Friday, you're going to pop end of the day right here. It drops down. This is what I was actually thinking. It came back up. It had a little, it dropped, made a new lower day for like a fake out, then it ripped the other direction. That's what I thought it was going to do quite a few times. Last 10-minute move right there was ended up being a drop. They faked it out to break out, and it dropped. And here's right here, did the same thing, dropped to a new lower day on the day to fake people out that it was going to drop. Then they popped it. That's these last 10-minute moves. See, this one was the last 20 minutes right here. But yeah, that's what they've been doing the last couple weeks, is that they've been, make sure I get the right day here before I yeah, so that was what I was expecting to happen here, was that we were going to get this end of the day pop right here, because we made new lower day. It's already down 10 plus points, and they were going to rip it the other direction, but it did not happen. So I took a loss on that. Then I ended up taking them again. I took the 422, because the first ones I had was 42.45, which at 301. Then I did grab 42.25 calls at 343, which is right here, and that move right there when it bounced up. Now I paid the 42.25 calls. I paid at $3.35, and went to 335 to 550 in that little pop right there. But even right here, it didn't pop. I mean, it popped up to the 421.60 area, then it quickly dropped. I mean, we didn't get that end of the day pop like we had here. I mean, it went from 430. I mean, it popped almost $2.50 plus, and here it barely moved. I mean, it didn't even move like a dollar. So it just didn't really have that end of the day pop that I was expecting the last couple weeks. So I was a little disappointed in that, but I did get the winner out of that one. But I did take a loss on this one, but it just didn't work out, you know. Now on, so yeah, Monday I finished with 5 wins and 1 loss, and Tuesday 6 wins and 2 losses. So let's see. I took SPY. Back this out just a little bit. I'm going to say in the trade ideas room, SPY puts under 418 in his Facebook calls over 189 on the 8th. 418, which is right here. I can't really get pre-market low right here, and I average down. So this is what I was talking about right here. It comes back down just to break below the area right here, and it does a fake out and a rep. So I did grab it at 940 right here, right when it broke out. It did fake out a little bit, but it did actually come back down. Basically, SPY has been selling the pops, and you just gotta keep playing that way. Now I did have the 418 puts right here. It did go against me a little bit, then it came back down. This is why, you know, as long as it stayed below pre-market high, I was going to stay with it. And I just done expiration day, so I wasn't too worried about it. And the 418 puts I got at $4.26, went to 550 in that little drop right there. Then I ended up buying 416 puts at 1016, which is right 10.16. I bought it when I came back up. When it came back up, I grabbed the 416 puts at 340, and they went from 340 to 460 in this little drop right there. So anytime that we've been having these drops and they retrace back up to the VWAP 20, look at all the moving averages right here. You got VWAP, the dotted line, blue lines 20 EMA, and the 37 is the white line right here, EMA. So they're all clustered together. So when it popped back up, I grabbed them and I caught that move right there. Then I grabbed them again on this pop-up at 1047. I grabbed them a little early. I grabbed them in this candle. The 416 puts again at $3.60, and then went from 360 to 391. Not much. I think I got just a tad bit early right in here. If I remember correctly, I think I got it closer to here, and it popped, and it came back down finally, and it went green. Not much, but like 31 cents. I mean... So then I ended up taking 416 puts again. Now this is when I'm not quite sure why I took it here. 1148, which I believe is right here. Now I think at this time news had dropped, or news was or just dropped. Because like we got the drop here, and I bought the retracement here, and I bought the retracement here and caught that move. So I was thinking the same thing here, and we got some kind of news event that happened. I think it was a ceasefire, or they were going to stop. They were going to let civilians out of the city or something like that. Oh! It was they had some kind of meeting. Russia and Ukraine had a meeting, and they said that the meeting was going well or something like that, even though they're still bombing the crap out of places. Russia is. So, but yeah, they said that they had a meeting, and the meeting went well, so the market popped on optimism that things were going to stop, but they didn't, though. They still haven't. So yeah, that ended up being a loss right there. I think that I either caught it right before the news, or I can't quite remember, but I did grab it right here, and it ended up being a loss because of that meeting news, or on optimism. So, and that ended up being a loss. Then I ended up grabbing 423 puts at 1221, which is right here. Oh yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, I grabbed puts right here because look at these massive candles. I mean, look at the range. I mean, 420.58 to the candles are $4. This is a $4 candle right there, and this is probably like $3 right there. So you're talking a 7-point pop right there, and they're going to retrace at least some of that. So I love playing these exaggerated candles because they end up getting retraced at least 50%, and that's exactly what happened. More than 50% of this $4 candle got retraced. So I read the 423 puts at 319 in that candle, and they went from 319 to 426. So that was a nice little win. Then I ended up taking another loss at 1231, which is right here. I really thought this was topping out, and it didn't have popped a little more. And I stopped out at this is another one that I stopped out at. I shouldn't have stopped out. I took the 423 puts at 355, and I stopped out at let's see, $2.20, and then look at it right, because I had it right here, and then look at this. But I shouldn't have stopped out, So basically, four out of my losses were really stupid moves that I shouldn't have done. I mean, I should have kept it. I should have stayed in this. I shouldn't have bought the calls on Friday, Monday. But I can always look back and just say, okay, I shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. But when you're playing in real time and in the moment, you don't know what's really going to happen. So you got to use your best judgment and stuff like that. For some reason, I shouldn't have stopped out. I mean, you're talking 416, almost a 10-point move. So maybe I was thinking, it was going to go up $15. I don't really remember the mindset I had at that point in time, but I did stop out. I think I actually stopped out up here, to be honest. Then it just reversed. So yeah, that was a loss I didn't need to take. And then I took I took 4160 puts at timestamps 232, but that Discord was down. Discord was down at that particular time. Because I remember going and posting this on Twitter, on the private Twitter I had. I have to go on the private Twitter and see. What day was this? The 8th. Yeah, Discord went offline on the 8th. Where is it? Yeah, I posted at 124 right here in this candle, right in here. But, you know, I actually got it closer up to here because I tried to post in the room and I couldn't post it in the room. It kept getting an error and I couldn't figure out why it was going, why I was getting an error. And then I posted it on Twitter. Then I just kept getting an error and I couldn't figure out why I was getting errors, and this is getting clobbered on. So yeah, I posted at 124 and Discord was down for almost an hour or so because of, I don't know, a lot of places were. So yeah, that ended up being a really big play that many missed, unless you were paying attention to Twitter and you chased it. And yes, I played SPX on a non-expiration day. I don't remember what this was. I think that I don't remember. There was something happened here, and I saw the red candle, and I just jumped and chased it. And I just felt really bad because Discord just could not work properly, and I couldn't get it. So hopefully, the people that saw it on Twitter got a piece of it. A couple people did, but anyways, Discord just was not having fun that day. And in fact, I stopped trading because if Discord wasn't working, then I wasn't playing anything. I didn't want people to miss out on anything, so I just sat out and waited for Discord to work again. So yeah, we had this. I think it was a cyber attack or something like that, because many places were down. Amazon, I think, was down. Web services were down. Discord, Instagram, I think Facebook might have been down. So this might have been a cyber attack at that particular time that caused this move. I'm not 100% sure, but all the days, and there's so much news, there's so many things going on that it's hard to remember what's happening. And but yeah, so the last play of the day, like I said, I sat out until Discord was actually working properly. And the last play of the day was SPY puts at 305, which is right. 305, which is right here. Yeah, 305, right up in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Popped back up, grabbed it right in here. And I had the 420 puts at $2, and they went from $2 to $5.40 in that dump right there. So caught the end of the day play really, really nice. So yeah, I shouldn't have stopped out here, and I should have only taken 2 losses, it looks like, as of right now. But yeah, well, it is what it is. So now on, let's see, Wednesday. Where is Wednesday? I had, let's see, 6 wins and 1 loss. You know, I've been having at least 1 loss every day for like, a couple of weeks now. So I used to have flawless days all the time. For some reason, I'm just not having that many. Let's see. Wednesday, I had Tesla. Let's see what I said pre-market on Wednesday. Wednesday is what, the 9th? Facebook calls over 196.50 and Tesla calls over 8.50 now. SPY just made a 415, has made an 11-point move. So from overnight, so I figured it was going to drop, and it just never did. It stayed elevated, based probably on hopes of having some kind of resolution, optimism or something for the conflict with Russia and Ukraine, but it just stayed elevated up. But I did take Tesla puts at let's see, And Tesla's been one of those ones where every time I call it, it ends up going in the money. Let's see, Wednesday the 9th. But this one, it did not. So yeah, oh yeah, I remember why I called this right here. Um, I was actually looking for a breakout over this area right here because I said over 850, which is a Friday's high, pre-market high a couple times. So I figured if it got over that, it was going to take off, and it did. But when it failed to break out here and came back down, broke the open range candle right here. I grabbed it right here at 837, and I grabbed 800 puts at $7. Then went to $7 to 825. It bounced off the 200 EMA. Then it actually made the little J hook right here because you can see like the J right there. And I didn't grab it right here. I thought about it, but the market was kind of like acting weird to me. I just didn't have much confidence the market was going to break out because of 11 point SPY gap up. I really thought that it was going to drop, and I didn't want to buy calls knowing SPY is up that much. I mean, SPY is up so much on Wednesday. I mean, so, and it kept grinding up and up and up, and I was afraid that at any point a news headline could drop and the market could just take a crap, and it didn't. So that's why I was very skeptical about grabbing calls on anything because of that. So, but I did grab Facebook calls right here over 196, because I said what, 196.50. Yeah, that's pretty much Friday's Tuesday's high and high of the candle right here. So I did grab it at 10:02, which is right here in this candle. Actually, this candle right here. I had the 200 calls at $1.84, and they went to $1.84 to 226, and that push right here. Then I ended up grabbing SPY puts. Now, even though SPY was grinding up all day long on Wednesday, I just kept trying to like guess the top. So, but I was also looking at, like I said and been saying, the 11 range, the 11 point gap up, that any moment it's going to dump. So I've been waiting and anticipating for that to happen. So I did grab 425 puts at 11.11, which is right here. It's grinding up. Did a little fake out breakout here, came back down. I did grab it right in here. So I grabbed the 425 puts at $1.97, and they went from $1.97 to $2.22. So not much of a big move, but right here it's grinding up. It broke out and it quickly came right back down. So I grabbed it right there. That's why I played that right there. SPY loves to do fake outs and reverse it on you. Then I ended up grabbing them again at 12.44, which is right here. Right here. Popped up. Made a little bit of wick candles right here. Made one more little rage candle. Then I grabbed it right here. Right in this area. This candle right here. 428. Let's see why I grabbed it there. Oh yeah, I see why. Is this what? Let me just double check. Is that the 9th? No, right here. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Right here, as you can see, the 428 area. Well, 429. Get the right day here. Yeah, right in here. Get the 429 area, 428. When you look at support. So it's going to be resistance now. Anytime a big support area ends up being broke through, it's going to automatically become resistance. And 11 point move now, which turns into what was a drop? 415 ends up being almost a 14 point move into heavy resistance right here. I thought for sure this is going to be a great area to short. That's why I grabbed it right there, because of the hourly, and got a small little move right there. So the 430 puts I grabbed at $2.80, went from 280 to 315. Not much of a move. Then it popped back up. Then I grabbed them again. This time I grabbed SPX 4250 puts at 134, which is right here. dropped back down, quickly came back up, and that's where got in again, reloaded, but this time I grabbed SPX 4250 puts at $5. They went from $5 to $7 in that little drop. Then I ended up grabbing SPX puts again at 255. Right here. Now, I grabbed it right here thinking we were putting in a lower high and it was coming back down right here. And I got about 480. I got the 4260 puts at 480 and I stopped out at $2. It popped back up. And even if I didn't stop out, it still wouldn't have gone green because it's a expiration day, and this 1 10-minute candle, 2 2-minute candles pretty much kills the play if it goes the wrong direction. The only way it would have gone green is if it had a really big smash, probably went down to 425 or something, but I stopped out of that at 255. I mean, again, I got suckered into a little early thinking we were going to dump. I just had the mindset at any point in time, the market's just going to take a dump. We're going to get a headline the market's not going to like. And it didn't work out that way. So I stopped out there. But I did grab them again at, this time I grabbed the 4280 puts. That's why I don't average down, especially on expiration days, because it's better just to get closer at the money, especially with SPX, because if you get right at the money, or closer to at the money, and the move is anything significant, they will triple, quadruple in a heartbeat. And with that said, these went 200% plus. So I got them at 325, which was right here in this candle. You can see it did a fake out right here into the resistance I've been talking about, the 429 level. It faked that out, came back down. This is where I grabbed the 4280 puts at $3 and went from $3 to $9.10 in that drop right there. So 200% move right there. That was a nice play. And I did look back to see if the 4260 puts ever went green, and they never did. In fact, they didn't even break $1, I don't think. So that was, I'm glad I stopped out when I did. So that's one stop out that I actually did that I didn't regret. So now on to Thursday. I had Tesla again. Tesla, I think, went in the money this day. Now on the 10th, I said Tesla puts under 845 and Microsoft puts under 281. 845 is this pre-market low right here, popped back up, came back down quickly. I've been waiting, like I said, I've been waiting the first 10-15 minutes, but I said in the room, if Tesla breaks these levels, I'm going in right away. Because of that, SPY is the one that ends up faking out a lot. Well, Microsoft and SPY have been faking out the most. I've noticed the last couple of weeks. So Tesla, when it ends up breaking levels, it doesn't look back usually. So I did grab the 18 puts at $5 right at the gate, 9:31 in the morning, and then went from $5 to $12.80 if you held all the way through. So that was a nice play, 100% move. Then I ended up playing SPY puts. Let's see, at 1027, which is right here. I grabbed it down here, closer to the low of day. So I grabbed the 423 puts at $3, pop back up to the 20 EMA and dropped, and VWAP. And it dropped, so they went from $3 to $3.83. This is why SPY likes to do these little bounces at the bottom of the day, then they'll come back and make a more lows of the day, some breakdown. So sometimes you just gotta let plays work. You know, if you can't handle the fluctuations, then you have too much size on it. So you just gotta end up reducing your size so you can handle these fluctuations, because sometimes they never ever go straight down, and small moves, especially if you play like Tesla or SPX, if it goes up or against you like 20-50 cents, it ends up being pretty significant move where the option prices can move 50 cents to $1, $2 some cases. So you just gotta use smaller size and handle the fluctuations. Plus you had these two big red candles right here. I probably should have waited for a retracement, but I saw it going for lower day, and I thought immediately it was just gonna get thrashed on, but it didn't. It popped a little bit, but it did come back down. So they did go from $3 to 383. Then I ended up grabbing them again at 10.50. Why did I grab them at 10.50? Oh, I see what I did here. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring this down. Apparently I got it in there. Let's bring it back down. Let's bring it down so I can actually look at it. Right in here. Now the first one I had was like at what, 10.27? Oh, I had it up here. Okay, I had it right here. Make sure I get the right day. Yeah. Okay, my mistake. I got it right here. Okay, we saw that it broke down this area. Let me bring this 10-minute over to this side so we can see, because I don't use them 1 minute. Okay, so apparently I got it when it broke below these candles right here. This is where I ended up grabbing it. Let me blow it up a little more. Yeah, right here is where I grabbed it. So yeah, this is where I went from $3 to $3.83. Then at the retracement, that's just where I did end up getting it. So again, I reloaded at 10.50, which is right here in this candle. It came up to VWAP. Yeah, it came up to VWAP. No, it didn't come up to V. Yeah, it came up to VWAP right here, and I grabbed it right in here. So yeah, got the first move from here to here, retraced back up and caught it again right here. So the second time, 423 puts again at 315, and it went to 460 on that little drop right there. So that was a nice little play. I can get out of that. And then the last one of the day was that was a flawless day too. First one of the whole week, I think. Yeah, it was the only one of the whole week. So let's see. The last one was at 254. Right here. RCT chart. I actually was thinking about it, grabbing it right here, but I didn't because of we were at the high of day, and sometimes when SPY gets a high of day, it will either squeeze quite a bit end of day, or it will fake out. And right here it faked out, so popped out, came back in. I grabbed it at 254, which was this candle. When it started to go red, I grabbed it, and I had the 425 puts at 250. Then went from 250 to 319. So a little fake out right there, fake breakout. Then it actually, and we chopped a little bit. Then it tried to break out again and failed. But you know, there's still a 424.35. So we had almost a $2 move in that little pop right there. It's at the end of the day as I've been doing that. I've been anticipating this quite a bit the last couple times on Friday, but it didn't happen. But we're gonna get to Friday right now. So that was it for Thursday. Now Friday, I didn't play much for an expiration day. Yeah, Friday I had 2 wins and 2 losses. So let's see. Now you can see this candle right here. I don't remember what that was. That was something something I can't remember what that was. Let's see what the news was. I don't know if those were, no, that wasn't it. Some kind of news thing. I don't remember. There's so much news events. I can't remember. But yeah, there was a news event right here, and it popped up. It started to drop all from 8:30 to opening bell. So it was dropping late pre-market right here. So now I said on the actually, I didn't post anything on Friday because of in pre-market on the Trade Ideas channel, because I did not like it because of this. You had this massive candle and just kept going down, so I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. So I just I waited the first couple candles. So what I ended up doing was, let me just back this out just a little bit. There we go. He had this massive candle, started to drop. So I wasn't sure if this was going to drop more, or if it was going to reverse and pop. I had no idea what SPY was going to do here because of this one candle right here, and it ended up retracing it by the time we got to open. So I just sat out, just waited, didn't do anything. And Waited out the first couple candles. I actually thought about it right here, but I didn't grab it. I did grab it right here when it did break below the third candle. So um, to me, I tried to be patient because I had no idea what SPY was going to do. And usually I get a pretty good idea, but I had no idea. But I did grab SPY 427 puts right here at 954, which was the breakdown of these two candles right here. And they went from 180 to 326. And that little drop to the RCT trend line. Now I'll pop back up to VWAP. I grabbed it again at 1020, which is right here. I grabbed it too early right in here. Retraced a little bit. Grabbed it a little bit too early, then it popped back up, then it finally dropped. So they went from 190 to 260 right there. Then I ended up grabbing calls at 229. Now I sat out most of the day. I sat out most of the day because it was starting to chop. Okay, I grabbed calls at SPX calls at 229 right here. Yeah, right in here. As you can see right here, it started to come back up. All the moving averages are right here. The 200, the VWAP, the 37, it cleared the 20, but it quickly rejected, came back down, popped back up right here, and I thought for sure it was gonna pop end of the day. And of course, I got it too early, 229, and I ended up stopping out because I got the 42.65 calls at $3.30. Stopped at $1.50. I shouldn't have grabbed that. I should have waited for up here, the 425 area, 425.50 area. That would have been more confirmation that it was going to break out. And instead, rejected the 20 in the RCT trend line right here. I kind of went against my little own rules, I guess, because I don't usually when it does that, but it tried to retest the 20 right here, and it tested it here, and this was the third time. So I actually really thought this time was going to be the time it was going to break, but I should have waited up here a little more. But it is what it is, and it ended up dropping, and so I stopped out at that. And then I ended up grabbing 42.50 calls at 42.40 calls at 311, which is down here, right here. I grabbed it right here, I think. Now this is how it's been going all week long. SPY will start the bottom a little bit. Right when it's starting to look strong, they'll flush it out to new low of day to take out the stops, then they'll rip it. And so I thought this is what was happening right here. I was trying to wait for the last 10 minutes, and it just did not happen. So it ended up dropping more, so I took a loss on that. So I was waiting for the end of the day pop. It never happened. So yeah, 2 losses I shouldn't have taken. I shouldn't have had on Friday, but it is what it is. So yeah. So hopefully next week will be better, or this week, because it is Sunday. This week should be better, but trying to be a little more cautious, a little more patience. Let's see what happens with the Russian conflict, and we got FOMC, so that's going to be interesting to watch too. So that's going to do for the recap. I hope this has helped you understand why I took what I did, and just remember that when I take a play, you need to figure out why I took it. That's what you really need to figure out. Instead of just blindly taking it, do you understand why I took it? And if you didn't or don't understand why I did, then you need to figure out and start to learn the process and why I did that. So that way you can grab plays before I do, and you can see things that I see that you don't have to be chasing alerts. You can get there before me or at the same time as me. So that's going to do it. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the room.